Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. This is episode 9 of Erlengrat Flour Mill as I attempt to make a flour mill productive here in the Swiss Alps. As you can see, I fast forwarded to March and there is snow on the ground again, which means we're not going to get any field work done until this snow melts. So taking a look at the forecast, um, it doesn't say any snow for today, and it has 57, 58, 57, 60, 61 for the temperature, so it's going to warm up pretty quick. I don't know what that means for the field, but hopefully the snow will fall off. Currently it's 32 degrees, and also looking at the bottom, April is going to be rainy, so we need to get as much field work done as we can today because it might be raining all day tomorrow, which, if I remember right, is our last day to plant oats. We need to either plant oats today or plant oats in April. That way we can harvest both our barley field and our oat field in July or in August. So that's where we're at right now, but not a lot we can do. In the meantime, gotta come over here and check on our chickens. We got one full pallet and a 770 egg pallet, so I guess that's like about a half pallet because this is 1400, so 700 obviously would be half, so yeah, it's almost exactly, well, it's a little over half, but they have plenty of food still, so they're doing all right. Let's actually take a look at the egg prices. I think this is about the worst time to sell them, but we will see. Eggs, $14.58 at the supermarket. And yeah, March and April are the two worst months for eggs. Looks like May and June jump up, so if we can sell them sometime in May, June, or July, which shouldn't be a problem. I'm a little disappointed by the amount of pallets we have right now from all these adult chickens, but we will... Actually, let's look at the chickens again one more time. So I was thinking about this. Where's our farm animals? So they are all adults now. Nobody has that maturing bar underneath. And they're 50% reproduction. They're at 0% reproduction. And that is because we are full of 360 chickens. Now, we paid $5 a chicken for these chickens originally. Now they're worth $25. We need to sell off a few of our chickens so that they can reproduce and refill with baby chicks. And that's another way this can produce income, is a chicken that costs $5 is now worth $25. So we're going to take the eggs, but we can also make a ×4 profit on those chickens by selling them, I'm assuming for poultry. So let's look at our original 180. They're our oldest. They're 7 months. We don't want to sell our 6-month ones necessarily. So let's come into here and maybe just, I don't know how quickly they reproduce, so this is something we'll have to watch. So it's $50 for adult chickens, but it's only $5 for the baby chicks. So we're going to come over here to our $25 7-month-old. And I don't know, what do you think? 20? Let's sell 23 to make room for the roosters. And that should leave us, well, let's just make it easy. We'll just sell 20. It's a $100 fee, so that kind of stinks, but so we made a 3 times profit on these chickens. But money is money. And now we have 340. So we're just going to watch that 340 number and see how long it takes to get back to 360. So eggs are a no-go for selling right now, and we have plenty of room on the pallet. We do have 4 pallets of bread. And you can hear that the bakery is still running with 813 liters of flour. We do need to reload some flour, but again, we filled our cart with eggs, so Might have to just do the low loader and bring a section of flour over. But we do have 4 pallets of bread that we could sell. Let's just check that price real quick. Bread does actually pretty good in March and April. Nothing like January, but we do need to turn a profit a couple times a year, so it looks like it should go up next month and then come back down. Supermarket will take it for $27.95. Top is $33.162. I just don't ever want to sell for like $2,300 or something. Like when the eggs are at their middle of the year peak, that's when the bread falls off. So I think we could maybe take a pallet, take a trailer of 4 pallets of bread over and sell those off today. And then lastly, let's just look at our silage and see how we're doing. And you are all silage, so that is good. So today is going to be a production, oops, and your silage, you were the last one. Excellent. So as we're waiting for this snow to melt so we can get on with our field work, we can take a load of bread over, and we can also take a couple loads of silage around. And I did want to get, we need the front loader for the low loader to work, and that means we would have to take the McCormick, but we can take the silage bales with the Zetter. So let's do that. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and load up a couple of pallets of silage bales and start taking them over to the animal farm. I'll catch back up with you in a little bit. Alright, and welcome back. As you can see, I've been selling some silage here. We're going to go ahead and load up this last batch of silage and take that over and sell it, and then we'll look at how much we've made on silage bales today. Clearly, silage has been our moneymaker so far on this farm. Maybe we made $10,000 on that load of flour we took over. That was 9 pallets of flour, and that was at the peak in the winter. It's obviously more profitable to make bread. I think we've sold maybe 1 or 2 pallets of bread at this point. Eggs are going to be another good moneymaker for us, but they're not producing yet at a rate that I think is going to start, meaning that is what our farm normally profits off of. And we did just plow our biggest grass field, and our only grass field, so we could plant oats. So this will definitely help us get started, but it doesn't look like it's going to be probably enough to get a harvester unless one comes up on sale. We did obviously buy that header that was at a big discount, so we could always just rent that case harvester each year, but have our own header for it until maybe that case one comes up, which is probably what we'll have to do, because we still need to cultivate and plant. And then we should have every section of our production cycle for field work where we would have the tools that we need. So we'll sell this, we'll take a look at what we have, we'll take a look at the deals, and then we'll probably end up buying a seeder that also cultivates if we can't find anything in the deals that changes my mind on that. So let's park this here. Unload bales here, and this is our last load of silage bales, and we're probably not going to get another load for a while since we don't have a grass field. Oh, and we can pull forward just a bit. That's good to know. It was actually really hard to do this in the snow where I couldn't see where the lines were on the ground, and there's another 26, almost 27,000 there. So let's take a quick look at our finances. We have made 100,236 today. 400 of that was those chickens we sold. So it was 99,874 in sold bales, which is a pretty decent profit. That sets us at 160,000 total. But that is not the 300,000 we need for that case harvester, which I didn't really expect it to be. But we don't have any other real income coming in. We have 4 pallets of bread and 20% of a trailer of eggs. Now those will obviously help, but they're not going to get us to where we need for the harvester. So I'm going to take this back, and then we will just look at the store real quick and see what else we can buy if we want to buy a cultivator and a seeder separate, or if we just want to probably buy the same one we did last time when we planted the barley, or maybe we just rent again. So I'll have you guys hang out with me long enough to make that decision, then I'll run down to the store, pick that stuff up, and get to work on field 15, because we do need to get something in the ground today to hopefully prevent not being able to plant in the rain tomorrow in April. I do really like this scenic view though here in the Swiss Alps. It's beautiful, and that's like a nice little drive down to the animal dealership. It's not too far, but just far enough you get to see some other fields, and I do love having these mountains in the background as we're working on our field. So I'm really happy with the setup here so far. I would really like to get field 17 at some point in time, just because we need to be dumping 3 loads or more of flour into that flour mill a year to keep up with our production. This is my little gravel pad I planted for the silage bales. I had put those going north and south, but that was kind of a pain to load up, to be honest. So I think next time that we have that many silage bales, I'm going to park them east to west like I just parked that trailer. And I'm actually going to bring this, which is our sorghum for our chickens, and I'm going to park it over here on the gravel too, just to get it off the grass now that we have room. And obviously when we get some bales again, we'll move stuff around for that, but that will help me remember to place the bales in that general direction. All right, so let's come back over here and just see what we've got going on in the store. I was looking at the deals. We don't need a new tractor. This is for logging. This is a weeder, which hopefully we won't need because we plowed both of these fields. This is interesting. It is a cultivator. It is only 4 meters wide, but it is 60% off. So let's just take a look at our cultivators up here. So that's doesn't show on this list, so it must be a different kind of cultivator. I was wondering if you could put that on the front of a tractor and then pull your seeder behind, but I was really thinking something more like this, but I suppose that's only 5 meters, and this is 320 horsepower, which we don't have. Oh, I guess this is also 5 meters. How would we pay 47,000 when we could pay 24,000 and do it at 180 horsepower? Or here, so we could do 4 meters for 19, or these couple of 3 meters. That's starting to look better, because we can get 4 meters for 9,000 for that cultivator. But let's look at our seeders first before we make a decision. We've got a 3 meter seeder. 3 meter. Do we have a 4 meter? So you'll seed in 4 meters. You'll seed wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, sorghum, oilseed radish, and grass. But this one won't let us fertilize while we do it. This one as an increased tank. And is this the one that we were looking at? This is a 6-meter coon. Venta HR 4040. No, you're a cultivator, not a cedar. That requires 220. I don't think we'd be able to cultivate and plant on the same tractor anyway, because this requires 220 and our biggest and best tractor is 240. 165, but that's 3 meters. We want more than that. Or we go back to this Pottinger that we used last time that did both a direct drill and fertilized for us for 100. So we could spend basically 60,000 to do them both in a 4-meter swath and no fertilization, or we can spend 100,000, 110 to do it all at once, which seems like what we'll probably end up doing, because that skips cultivating and lets us fertilize and seed all in one pass. I don't know, I kind of wanted to see this 4-meter thing. Does that hold fertilizer? Is that what that little symbol is? Because that's fertilizer and seed. Fertilizer and seed. I think this might actually let us fertilize. You know what? Let's just do something different. I like taking advantage of the deals. Let's take this coon cultivator. Cultivator prepares the field for the next sowing, because we're not going to have to plow between for a little while. So let's take the cultivator. 160 horsepower, so we can cultivate with our Zetter, and then we can come behind and seed with our McCormick. Alright, I like it. So we're going to cultivate at 4 meters. And then cedar. We're going to seed at 4 meters and maybe fertilize. And this is 220, so this will have to be on the McCormick. You know what? I like it. And then lastly, we're going to need... How much is in a big bag? Seeds, 1,000. Our thing will hold 1,800. How many is in a pallet of seeds? 1,050. I think the big bag is a better deal. Yep, we're just going to buy 2 big bags. And we are set up to do some field work. Alright guys, I'm going to get all that stuff back to the farm and get busy. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Alright, I'm down at the shop. I've got our Zetter here with our new used cultivator. We're going to give both of those a repair real quick. So this is the used cultivator we got. We're going to go ahead and repair that for 1,213. Whoops, and that was the Zetter. Here we can repair. Nope, that was the repaint cost. It was 143 to repair it. That's repaired. And this needs quite a bit of repair, so it's going to be 2163 to repair. So both of those are repaired. And then, real quick, I brought my other tractor down as well because it's going to attach up to this brand new seeder, put those 2 bags of seed in and get off. And then here is our New Holland, or excuse me, our case. This is really funny to me. This is listed as a New Holland Superflex 25, but when I bought it earlier in the video, or in last video, it was listed as a case 25 footer, and we checked both of those things. So it's funny to me that this is now a New Holland, but the New Holland harvester is actually cheaper, so I guess can't complain about that. That means we could get this one for $265 instead of this one for $301. Anyway, so this guy needs lots of repair. So we're going to repair him since we're down here as well. That's another $5,342, but he's been doing all the work on the farm since the beginning. So we're going to go ahead and repair him. Paint condition was absolutely gone, but that's fine, but at least his repair is good. And lastly, we need some gas. So I'm going to drive over to the gas station real quick because I want to get him fueled up before we forget and run out. So we're just going to run down the street to the gas station and fill up real quick, just so you can see all of these things, and that's probably where we're in the video for today. Refuel, and in the next video we will get the field cultivated and planted here in the afternoon in March with those oats, I believe. How much is it going to cost, you think? 2,000? Right. Nope, way off. $353 in fuel. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'll catch you on the next one. A like and a subscription would go a great deal to helping this channel get off the ground. Thanks guys. See you soon.